Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Callie, for the ones that don't know who I am. We are now going to start our gymnastics build. So we've created all of these things you can see in the back. Now I don't have a bunch of space to work with, I have a large space, but I can't really be into the picture as much because I'm going to be gathering all the things that we've created and I'm going to add it to the board that we have here that's going to be the gymnastics gym. Now I was really lucky and I found someone who was selling and trying to get rid of a platform for Lego building, and I ended up picking it up. Now if you wanted to do something on your own and make something like this, it's super easy. Again, you'll have to ask someone to help you who can, work a hot glue gun or figure out what kind of glue you could use that would work really well. But I'm not that pleased with this one, and I'm going to end up making a video of how to create one. But I can talk you through it right now, and you can make your own, or you can just do this. What I found was happening when I did combine the gymnastics gym, all of my pieces were moving, and I'd have to take pieces off that I held them together with. I didn't like that. So I've done this before with 4 different Lego bases, and that's kind of what I did here, where I added this hot glue gun with a friend of mine who ended up doing the hot glue, pressing it down. We worked together to kind of makeshift it and put it in place. However, if I were to do this again, what I would do is take however large you want. Let's just pretend like they're all going to be this size, and that's micro, bring it down. So I would take something like this, I would glue it, figure out what you're going to use for the base. Maybe it's a piece of wood of some sort that you're not going to move very often, like this, right? And then you're going to just kind of glue your first piece down and be done with that. Then what you would do is take another piece, glue it, press it down, but then this is where whoever sold this and made this did not think of when it dried. Because what I would do is I would take kind of like these pieces and hook it together, so you would know exactly how close you want it to be. So for example, it would be something like this. And then I would continue on and do the same thing with the others and figure out, do you want to start in the corner, right? You have to kind of pre-measure this before you start adding it, because then what you get is a grid. You're gonna add somewhere. Remember, these are much bigger. These are like 12 by 12s, like this. I'm just downsizing it so you understand the concept. So let's say you did this. You could even pre-make all of them and then glue it at one time, but you wanna make sure that you don't glue it all in place, right? And that's the only problem. So then if I take some more, and remember, these pieces here are just holding it in place, just so that you can get your nice grid of whatever you're gonna make, whatever you're gonna create. So mine is a 3 by 4? Yes, 3 by 4. And that's kind of what I'm making right now. I'm gonna make a 3 by 4. And this is just to let you know how to do this so you don't wind up in the same situation that I have, which I am not really happy about because it doesn't allow me to attach a lot of the pieces together, and that's just not very cool. It's not cool at all. All right, where do my other pieces go? All right, you get the idea. So if I've gone ahead and done this and made a big grid, it's gonna look like this. I've attached myself a grid, and what I would do from here is I would put a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here, and continue the whole way until it's all glued. Now, remember, ask an adult if you're working with hot glue or super glue, however you want to attach this. Make sure you ask a grown-up to help you. And you're going to try to avoid the spaces here. Try to avoid that because that's where your pieces are here, right? You don't want to get it stuck. Once you have that, take it to the corner and glue it in place, right? and just, you can even put books on top of here, something to push it down, to hold it in place. Now when it dries, give it like 2 or 3 hours. When it dries, you take these top pieces off, and then you'll be able to build on top, right? I can't build on top of mine. I would say 20% of it, because they did not think ahead and put pieces here so that you can build all over. So that's the only thing that I have changed with my Lego builds now. So from here on out, all my Lego builds are going to be basically on top of this 3x4. And that's getting my space, only because it's as big as my table is. And I find that this is going to be really, really nice. So that said, I'm going to start building onto our Lego build. And I'm going to leave a few things out. I'm not going to put 4 bars, 5 beams, 6 bleachers, 5 lockers. I'm not doing that. I'm going to pick the best ones that I think I made extremely well, and I'm going to add it. And with that said, I hope you guys have a really fun time with this, and I hope that you are able to put yours together and move it all around. And remember, you don't have to keep your gymnastics gym the same. This is what's fun about these builds. We build them as sets, but feel free to move them around. If something isn't working, move it to the left. If that's not working, move it to the right. Maybe you don't want a conditioning zone. Get rid of it all completely, right? And if you want one beam, maybe you just put it into the foam pit. Whatever you want. So with that said, we're gonna get on to actually building this. So what I wanted to do was start with probably the parking garage, because that's the only thing that's gonna stay in one spot. So with that said, let's see. If I take my parking garage and maybe put that over here. Remember, my parking garage, that is where they come out to jump with the trumbo track, the Olympic-sized trampoline to do stunts and stuff. So I'm going to make sure that I put that right over here. Right over here. And that's going to be out of my gym. Only because I basically need to, I'm going to put it right there. All right. Lovely. And then I'm going to add, remember that thing? This is the Olympic tumble track. And that's going to go right here. And remember, I'm not going to push down on it. I'm only going to keep it there. And that's the hole that they're going to jump into. So it's got to be right there. Now, could it be like this? No. It has to be like this. And this is where they enter the building from the parking structure. So I'm going to keep that like that. Now, I thought I would add the giant pit, this guy, at the very middle, because all around it is going to be all of the equipment. So I'm going to put that right in the middle, right like that, just like that, because then I'm going to create, maybe I should do it like this, and maybe I'll do it like that. Yeah, I'll do it just like that. I think that works extremely well. Now, what should we add next? How to get into the parking structure. How to get into the parking structure. Maybe we'll add this. Do I have to add it backwards? I think I do have to add it backwards. This has to go on this side. This has to go on the other side. Only because this is where my entrance is. So we're always changing the stuff around, depending on where it's going to go. So mine is going to enter from there. I think that is the best solution. That will go there, because remember how we added this? That's to go to the second floor where the cafe is, right? That's got to go here. And that I'm going to hook in place. That's going to go right in the bathroom. That, to me, I'm happy with that. Okay, so there's that. Now, what I have created was a bunch of mats out of just store-bought. I went to the dollar store or Five Below and got a bunch of sponges and I just cut them. So if you have any scissors, maybe ask a grown-up, someone who's watching you, if you can cut some sponges, but make sure they're brand new if you're gonna do this, because you don't want to use something that is from your mother's or father's or grandmother's or babysitter's soap dish, right? So make sure they're new. And that's gonna be your mats. I think I'm gonna put this big one right at the end of that trampoline, because then I think the best thing to do that I've added this is add my tumble track, which is this guy. If you can remember how we made this. Now this, I did add a piece to make it turn, because I built two. Now you don't have to build two. Matter of fact, this is the piece that I use. It's kind of like a hinge. See the hinge? It goes open and close. I place it at the bottom like that, and then I added these little pieces here to slide around, because it comes up a bit after you add it. So if I've done that, just put that in the, because I wanted my gymnast to be able to work out on a bar, so I added the bar next to it, because then this can go down like that and go there. That can go there. So I added the bar there. Now you don't need to add the bar. You can actually take that off and take that off completely and just add the tumble track. But I'm going to add the tumble track right to here. Maybe add double tumble track. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. A side-by-side dual tumble track. That to me looks pretty fun. All right, so now I have side-by-side tumble track, right? I'm gonna add another mat right here. I had a bunch of these mats because what I ended up doing was buying a whole pack of like 12 of them. I'm gonna wait because I'm not quite sure what I did with the whole pile of mats, to be honest. I had a bunch. I just don't know where they went. Look for them now, but I am going to add another mat to here. I got to figure out where those mats went to. All right, so now that we have the tumble track finished, I think next will be the guys' rings. I think that would be the best thing. We're going to add that behind this mat. And if I really wanted to, I could actually press that down. And since it's a high here, you can see from the foam pit. So I guess the best thing to do is just, I'm going to push that down. So then that allows me to go like this, push that closer, have more floor space. There we go. Now, since that is the guy's mats, we could put this at the end. This at the other end. I'm just surrounding it with mats. So now they have their own space to dismount and jump off of. So then I think we'll add the guys' bars, parallel bars right here. Maybe like that. Now these, I think, I may take this apart. Put this up here, because I think if we do this, then they can do a dismount, whatever they've been working on as far as a dismount, into the foam pit. I think that would be a lot of fun. And put it here maybe? It gives space to go something else. So we'll put that right there, parallel to the foam mat. There we go. There's that, there's that. I think that looks really nice. Then, what about roller horses? You can add these. And if I add those to maybe, instead of having a platform, I take it off of here and I add it to a mat. That would be kind of nice. We could do that. Put that right next to where they're working out. Just like that. And maybe do another one. And possibly the other one next to it. Like that. This is a lot of fun. Nope. We'll do that. Yep, we'll do that. Add a mat there. This is the one I made out of Legos. So this here is going to go right like this. So they can do their activity and then dismount onto that. And actually, they're sharing that mat. They can go there, they can go there, they can go there. And then we have the mat here, so we'll put a mat right here. So there's another mat. So now, look at the guy's high bar. Men's high bar. Could have put that right here. That fits really nice. I'm loving how this is going. Guy's high bar there. So then let's do the girls' bars. Do this set here. I'm gonna put that one. This is the one where you can actually put the gymnast on here and spin her like this and make her do giants. That was a really fun one. So we'll add that one to here with the little springboard. We'll add the second one we did. Remember this one? This is my favorite one. It looks so realistic. You could push this up and down, make it go closer and further away. This by far is my favorite uneven bar. So we'll put that one maybe right here. Just like that. And we could put a mat right there. Except I don't have any more mats. Okay, ideally I'd put a mat over there, but I don't have any more mats. I don't know where they went. Hopefully I'll find them. All right, then we'll have the balance beams. I think that it would be fun to, let's see, the only thing I can't do with this set, which really annoys me, well, maybe I could. Maybe I will. So the vault, the only problem is it's very long. So I have with me a little sheet that I wrote out. This is how long the runway should be according to the gymnast. It should be 82 feet by 4 feet. Now, if that's even remotely correct, that's the whole entire length of our build. It's pretty gigantic, and I have maybe space for one, I do. So let's do the realistic one here. That's what we'll do. And we'll start it right here. So we'll do the realistic vault here. Start like that. And we'll take the vault and we will add it to here. Just like that. Then it will share the mat. You can share the mat with this tumble track. So this is what I did. The vault is right here. And it goes the whole way, you can see that, the whole way down to the very end of our gymnastics gym. Now that's super long. That's being very realistic as far as sizing it up. So with that said, I'm gonna keep that here, only because I think that it's important to look really nice and correct. So put that there. We will need a springboard. Alright, the brown one looks wonderful. There we go. Now we have everything put in place. We have the springboard, we have the vault, and we have this. Now I want to do a vault that goes into the foam pit. Now the problem with that is it's too high. It's too high, so we're just gonna take this off. We're gonna disregard that. And we're just gonna end with this because it should be around 4 feet high for the girls to run and go into their stunt, whatever their skill is. So with that said, I'm gonna use this as the running track, put that there, just like that. And then we'll add another springboard. That, maybe like this. That seems fun. All right, there we go. So there's that. They can practice doing that into the pit. Now what about, you know what we'll do? We will add a balance beam right here. They can do whatever trick they're gonna do. If they have a side dismount, they can always side dismount off that into the pit. So this would be our balance beam section. Do a low beam, a high beam, one off of up here, do a teeny tiny one, something much smaller. I think this looks really nice. And remember, all of these are different depending on what pieces that you have. So there we are. Now, could we make it fun for them to come off? Absolutely. Let's make it fun for them to come off of it. Can go right here. There they go. They can climb up and come out. And we can always make steps just in case nobody wants to climb up. There we go. So now we have nice steps to go into the pit. We'll just change this. Alright, I like that. That to me seems nice. There we go. So now we have steps to go up for the coaches. We have the balance beams with the floor. Another big aspect is the conditioning area. Now, if you only were able to make one conditioning zone, stick to the one conditioning zone. I was able to do 3. And maybe this would be our conditioning area. So, what could we do with the conditioning? Could we, it's supposed to be the rings. Kind of go down. Maybe that's where they start. Maybe he starts here. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. This is always changing, right? This is always changing. This is turning out to be some kind of, here's another one. So what if I put this into an L? Would that work? Then we can have all of the guys and the girls conditioning at the same time. And then do you remember this one? This was a fun one. This little baby toddler one can be turned into conditioning. That's the one that I actually really love. I'm just gonna add that right here because anybody can condition on this and do anything they want from it. And I really like how you can attach pieces to it. So we're gonna leave that there. Now, I originally had made this one, which I absolutely loved. However, I'm not a big fan of that one. I'm not gonna use that one on mine. Only because I really love the netting. And when I did this one with you guys, I really loved how I was able to add that and add the monkey bars and add just a little bit of rope and a chain to kind of go diagonal. And then add all the conditioning stuff on the side with the bars. I loved that. So we're gonna use that and put that in the very center of our conditioning. So this is gonna be kind of a ninja warrior zone. A ninja warrior zone. So could I add that here? Let's see. Do I have the space? I do have the space. This is ending up to be very nice. The only thing I'd have to do is switch it here because all of my sticks are landing in the book. There we go, I needed more space. So if I do it that way, then put that back. Then put this here. I have my own little conditioning zone. My own little, which I absolutely think is fascinating. All right, so now we have the conditioning. You can go anywhere you want. So conditioning area there, the rings there, the lady bars there, the guys bars there, the high bar there, pommel horse there, balance beams there, tumble track there, Olympic size trampoline right there. I have a ton of these. I'm not going to use this one. This one I'm not going to use. This is going away. I don't want to use that. So oh, the floor. Oh my. All right, well, I forgot about the biggest thing. I'm going to put this over here, which is just fine. That is just fine. Now, remember the floor that we made? This big guy? Choose the one that you like best and add it to yours. Now, I'm going to add mine here, which means this vault's going to have to go. Yeah, I knew it was going to be too long. Yeah, this vault's going to have to go. As much as I love it, it's just too long. I knew it was going to be too long. We're going to get rid of that. All right, so we have a vault here. The vault goes into the pit. Now you can add a mat. That's fine. Now I'm guessing that this vault here, we're going to put going onto the floor. Because I honestly am running out of space, and the mat can be set right there. There we go. So now that's going to be the new vault right here. Put a mat there. Heck, you could even go onto the floor, I think, if you really wanted to with a small pad. All right, so there's that. Is there anything else that I'd forgotten? Now we do have this fun trampoline for the kids that we had built. Do you remember that? Now, this one is a lot of fun just to give the kids something else to do. So we're going to add that probably right here. That seems like a good place to put that, right like that. The other thing we have that I have not yet added is a foam pit. Do you remember this one? It's pretty big, right? We added it, and then we added a bunch of jewels, kind of. Looks like jewels or eyepieces. What I don't even know what you want to call these, but that's kind of what our pit was made out of. And I added a bunch of stuff to go out of, so it's easier to climb in. And then if they wanted to go down the slide, they can go down the slide. If they want to go up the stairs, then go down the slide. You can add that also right next to the trampoline area, just like that. Actually, that fits in pretty good, I have to say. So we could do that. Now, mind you, we have all these little mats that I have not yet added. All these little mats that I have not yet added. Problem is, I can't find my big container. I mean, it's giant. It's a huge, giant container. Why do I not know my containers? I'm guessing my children ran off with them. Guessing my kids ran off with them. I have no idea where it is. Now, Anna, do you know where my foam mat stuff is? It's a giant container. It'll be behind this box. Oh, there it is. All right, I found all of the mats. Now, mind you, these are not really the color of the mat at the gymnastics gym. I've never seen a purple mat in the day of my life, but that's a sponge, and we're going to use that one. Here's a pink one. We're going to use that one. We can take this and put it under the balance beams. That can be a nice mat for them to do stuff on. So, of course, you might have to push this around a little bit, but that could be a mat for that. This could be with the tumble track, or better yet, the bigger one. There we go. We also need a mat on that side. We do 2 mats there, and this could be maybe a platform for them. Okay, you have to build your own platform for this, but that's my platform. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. However you want to put stairs to go up onto the trampoline, it's completely up to you. But there we go. There's the platform for tumble track. The pit. The only 2 things that I have yet to add are bleachers to go the whole way around the gymnastics gym, and lockers to where these gymnasts are going to put their things. So you really have to think about, where do you want the lockers to be and where do you want the bleachers to be. Now I'm thinking that I'll put them where my entrance is, which is right over here. Thinking this would be a really nice spot for lockers. Now I am going off my board, my 4x3. But let me see, if I take my lockers, let's just do 2. These can go away and these can go away. Like I said, I'm not going to use everything because I'm really running out of space. I knew that just by looking at everything. So I could literally set these here, set these here. Voila, there are my lockers. I just set them here, they can go in, mingle with their friends, get stuff together. Then I also added, for when they do the gymnastics meet, a scoreboard. So I made it myself a scoreboard that can go right here. Can always just kind of sit there. There's my little scoreboard. Then, where are all of my bleachers? So the bleachers are going to be set all around the room. A bleacher here. Maybe they can watch Ninja Warriors. I could put a simpler bleacher, maybe a very simple bleacher here to watch the gymnastics on beam. Maybe I do I'll leave that bleacher out. But this bleacher can go here with the floor. This bleacher can go here with the trampoline, watching the trampoline stuff. That can go right there. This bleacher can go maybe here. So now that we have all the bleachers laid out, I think that's about it. That's about it. So now I can get rid of this mat. And we can walk around and see all of the gymnastics gym. Maybe we'll add a mat here for them to topple off. Maybe we'll add a mat here for them to dismount. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do that. All right. So if we go all around this gymnastics gym, we have one heck of a gymnastics gym. Look at all that fun. We have the tumble track, side by side, dual tumble track, I guess. We have the play trampoline. Kids can just go and get some energy out. We have the high bar. We have the pommel horses. We have the uneven bars. We have the parallel bars. We have the floor. We have the bleachers. We then have the Ninja Warrior zone, or the conditioning area. Remember, all of this is changeable. You can do whatever you want with the space that you have. Then we have the rings. We have uneven bars right there. Then we have the parking. Now you can always add to the parking. So if you wanted to add, if you have the space to do it, if you have a giant bedroom floor that you spend hours building on, you can now use those car tiles that you love so much. So that's for parking. They can pay for parking if they want to go inside. So the gym can do more things. So I add a little parking pay space. They have to pay for parking if they go inside. But of course, it's meet time. Home meet, away team. And then there you go. And that is the ending of our gymnastics gym. They can park anywhere they want under here. What if there's a big storm, a snowstorm, right? What if it's too sunny and live in California? Right? You're gonna wanna go underneath the pass. What if you don't pay the money? You can just park outside. Look at that. So that is basically the end of our gymnastics gym. I hope you guys had a fun time. I hope this was worth your effort, and I cannot wait to see what you guys build. And you know what? You guys did a great job. I hope this was fun, and we will be building again. And our next build, since it's summertime, is going to be a dog park. So if you have any dogs that you'd like to take to a dog park, this is going to be one for you. So I hope you have a great time and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to Lego Creation for You, and we'll see you again soon. And remember to like and subscribe and figure out where you are in the process of this build. And that's a really good way to do it. You can keep track of what you've been watching and subscribe so you can get all the really nice videos and spend hours and hours of building. And you can even, my son did these, he was brilliant. He made different flags. I guess it's Italy, it looks like. Maybe China. This is the US. I don't know why he didn't do stars. Maybe it's something else, I don't know. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.